Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Worthiness Codes podcast. I'm your host, Jaclyn Francis, and as always, it's so beautiful to be in the space with you today. If you are committed to season 2 and really diving into your own inner ascension journey, I want you to just take a moment and really honor where you're at. If you've been following along in real time, if you are downloading the journal prompts and guided meditations and allowing yourself to meet your shadows and heal and activate and tap into newer aspects of self. Just give yourself a hug. In this moment, give yourself a hug because we are awakening Worthiness Code 3 today. There are 7 Worthiness Codes, so we are almost halfway there. And I know that this passage is really difficult. Last week, we opened this passage and dove into the pedestal of wounding and the pathway of acceptance. And when you sit with your wounding and you sit with those parts of you that you don't like, that you have probably refused to look at until now, it can be difficult to unearth your trauma and to meet your shadows. I know it can feel rather icky, it can feel uncomfortable, but it is so necessary. It's this passage where you're not bypassing, where you're not just tapping into love and light and all of the higher aspects of self that are a part of you, but you're allowing yourself to integrate the denser energies, your shadow aspects, and to transcend them, to accept them, to understand that they don't have to be your story anymore. You don't have to function from that place. And that's how you get to your truth. Your truth is the truest essence of who you are, one that is unattached from your wounding, because most likely you are functioning from your wounding, whether it's conscious or subconscious. Most of the time, it's subconscious. And again, we talked about this last week. So if you didn't listen to last week's episode, I highly suggest doing so. Also, an invitation and a reminder that journal prompts and guided meditations are on theworthinesscodes.com to help you go in deeper. But this is your journey. So, especially when it comes to your wounding, take it at your own pace. But your truth, and to get to your truth, you have to also understand that your wounding is your truth too. But it's not the place where you're meant to embody. It's not the place where you're meant to move from. It's not the aspects that you're meant to embody. Your truth is those aspects of self, again, that are detached from your wounding. So the more that you become aware, because what I was getting to at your wounding is probably within the subconscious that you're running on. So to become aware of it is bringing it into the conscious mind so you can accept it and choose differently. Choose the parts of you that aren't rooted in fear, that aren't rooted in shame, that aren't rooted in security, etc. Right? Those parts of your wounding that you can then understand, well, you know what? I understand that I have been functioning from a place of fear when it comes to going after my purpose and starting my business, or really allowing myself to give and receive love in the way that I'm meant to. I know within the truest part of who I am that I innately hold unconditional love within me, that I innately hold worthiness, that I innately want and desire all of these things. So it's allowing you, when you shift into your truth, it's allowing you to move from the place that is your truth. So the more that you begin to accept how you've been functioning from your wounding, the more that you awaken truth. And this is not a one-time thing. This is not a one-time journey. Everything is cyclical. Everything has layers. You're meant to peel back those layers through each passage, through each activation point, and to come back when you're being asked to go deeper. Because you might not even be aware of some of the wounding that you've been functioning from. But it might pop up when you're in a new relationship, or it might pop up when you land a new opportunity. So this is that invitation to sit, to understand the narrative, understand the root, to accept it, and then to discern what is your wounding versus what is your truth, and how to move from your truth instead of your wounding. So your acceptance is rooted in that awareness of your wounding without judgment. It's your ability to understand and witness your behavior and your patterns and your decisions. So the more that you allow yourself to connect and to see and to witness your wounding, the more that you accept these parts of you instead of burying them deep within or ignoring them or just covering it up, this is what will allow you to awaken your truth. It's stripping away the power that your wounding has over you, not allowing those narratives to run the show, not allowing the fear to be stronger than your truth, not allowing your shame to be stronger than your truth, not allowing your insecurities to be stronger than your truth, right? Your truth is where you're meant to be. Your truth is where you're meant to move from. Your truth is what you're meant to awaken and learn and understand and embody, so you can go after the things that you desire. So you can give and receive love in the way that you deeply want. And it is here within this space. It is here when you can really begin to understand who you are. And though your wounding is very much a part of you, it's not meant to be stronger. It's not meant to be in charge. It's not meant to be the driving force for your life, because it's held within confined space. It's what holds limitations. It's what's literally keeping you from going after all of the things that you know that you want. Think of something right now. If you can receive something that maybe you're calling it in within manifestation, maybe it's a dream job or starting your business or a dream partner, and it's not coming from a place of ego, detached from all of the noise. What is your soul telling you? What do you want? And at the same time, as you really understand what it is that you want, what is holding you back from allowing you to receive it? Most of the time, it's going to be rooted in fear. Most of the time. And again, it could be shame, it can be insecurity, but fear is a powerful energy that you all hold. And fear can be really loud, but it's not your truth. And your truth, when you awaken it, will be uncomfortable. This is a really uncomfortable passage to move through. Your truth is uncomfortable, but it's a worthiness code for a reason. Your truth is such a powerful aspect, all encompassing of who you are. You have so many different truths, so many different aspects, so many different desires, so many different personalities and emotions and all of the things. So allow yourself to detach from the narratives that are rooted in trauma, rooted in wounding, that are holding you back, and allow your truth to rise, to be embodied, to be shared. So I hope, short and sweet, that makes sense. This passage is really profound. And I know all of the passages are, but this one really is, because this is where the real work is being done. It's hard to look at your own shit. No one likes to look at their own shit. It's easier to point the finger, to blame, And we'll get into that in next week's episode when we open up the next passage number 4 of your higher self. And we tap into ignorance and we move through self-awareness to cultivate the connection to your higher self. But most of the time, it's much easier to ignore something, bury it down, blame someone else, play victim, all of the things. So it's hard to look at your own shit, to accept those parts of you. But those parts deserve love too. Those parts deserve compassion and grace and acceptance. But they don't have to have power over you. You can choose differently. And that is your truth. I hope you're having an amazing ascension journey. As always, I am here to answer any questions. Until next week, I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye.